One of the things that worries me the most right now is what's known as the global learning crisis, which refers to the fact that there are a lot of children who are going to school but are not actually learning much while they are in school. And so there's been a lot of interest in figuring out what is behind this global learning crisis, and that's one of the things that I'm interested in. I think one thing that my research illuminates on this debate about what drives the global learning crisis is that it doesn't just have to do with governments not knowing what's the right way to promote learning. It also has to do with the lack of motivation to promote learning. That's at the heart of the emergence of education systems. It wasn't really about teaching people how to read and write so that they could become independent human beings. It was, again, a lot more focused on social control purposes. And we've inherited a lot of the institutions that were created for the purpose of social control. We've inherited to this day, and we still have them embedded in education systems. And so that is still driving, in part, I think, the learning crisis. And I just think it's important for people who try to change education policy to be aware of the motivations of governments and not just assume that because a policy is good, a politician will want to adopt it. So the way that I think about education systems is that education systems have the potential to shape our ability to live an autonomous life and to flourish in this world. They also shape democratic stability, they also shape economic development, they also shape social cohesion, or at least they can shape these things in a good direction. And the global learning crisis, it's just signaling that education systems are failing to meet this potential to help promote the proper functioning of democracy, help promote economic development. Education is not going to contribute in any way to economic development, for example, if a whole group of students who are going to school come out of school not being able to read and write. So the next step is really to understand, okay, what drives governments? What do they care about? How do we get them to care about these education policies that we know are good for learning if they might not actually be interested in learning? But is there something else about this policy that might actually be of interest to them?